Hey, Kirsty, good morning. How are you today?
I'm really well. So nice to see you again.
Yes, it's been a while.
Yeah, it has.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what's been happening? Kids are all fine?
Kids are fine. Back at school.
It's summer, love is in the air in
Yeah,
Cape Town.
absolutely.
Absolutely, yes.
So Lee,
And you're healthy? I mean, I think
Yeah.
nothing's happened to you since last time I seen you. You're looking
no,
great. Okay.
thank goodness for that.
Yes, we're allowed to give people compliments in life.
Yeah, of course.
There's enough negativity out there. There's
Yes.
compliments as well.
Yes.
Yes.
So Lee, tell me, what is this all about?
The reality of life? What's all about?
What is Life with Lee?
Okay, so, just the concept that I came up with in my mind quite a while ago, just to think of how can we use the knowledge of what we've attained in our lives and transfer that knowledge or wisdom or ideas or thoughts to a broader public, basically. I mean, so last year we sailed from Croatia all the way to Greece through Montenegro, Albania. That was amazing. We did all the islands and sailed back to Split. People always ask me, for example, like, Lee, where's the best place to go in Greece? I mean, Greece is massive and it's also beautiful. But one of my favorite villages is Parga on the west coast of Greece. I mean, it's incredibly beautiful. So it's really, when I speak to people and I deal with a lot of people, especially through, Discovery, which you're one of my, our clients
Yes.
at Discovery, you come across so many different things in life. It's like some people are going through divorce, some people have got cancers, some people are traveling, so they want to know more about, hey, where have you been? Why did you enjoy that place? Or where can we hire a boat from in Split? Or, so we've done all that, that exploring. And then some of my other clients, they want to go, for example, they've got a 4x4, they want to go camping. So, I always send them to Kalahari Hempsport Park instead of going to Kruger, because Kalahari is sort of one of my favorite places to go to with a rooftop tent. I mean, it's quite amazing.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so just part of the life's experiences, speaking to people, giving people some ideas and thoughts.
Okay, so Today we're going to talk about Discovery Health.
And let's talk about Discovery Health. Okay.
Okay, so what plan should I be on with Discovery Health?
I mean, Discovery's got a vast variety of plans. And, we've been working with them since basically 2000, so 25 years of dealing and working and helping clients that are on Discovery Health. So a lot of the stuff's based on affordability. I mean, obviously, if money's not a problem, their top of the range plans are the best of the best, but most people can't afford that in the real world. Very few. So the question you have to ask yourself is like, what do we want the plan to cover? So your less expensive plans, like an Essential Smart plan or some of those active plans, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, except that they have exclusions. So you have to know the exclusions. For example, like the Key Care plans, the Essential Smart plans, they don't cover knee, joint, back, surgeries. So, you don't want to have an issue with your knees and you can't go into hospital because it's not covered. So even though they're affordable, they're more affordable, they present those exclusions that can happen.
So for someone like me who's 40, in her 40s, and I've got 2 young children,
Yeah.
I'm looking for something that's affordable.
Mm-hmm.
So not top, but something in the middle, affordable. What would you recommend for me?
Look, for me, let's look at myself, because I'm on the Coastal Saver.
Yes.
So Coastal Saver just means it covers all the hospitals in the Western Cape, so on the coast. But I mean, if you're in Johannesburg on holiday or anywhere on holiday that's not on the coast and something happens to you, they'll take you to hospital as well. So it's not like excluding anywhere else. And really, Coastal Saver is covering in hospital, surgeons, anaesthetists and specialists at the normal Discovery medical, well, it's like the medical aid rate. Okay, so if you land up in hospital, you might have to pay a little bit more to a surgeon or an anaesthetist because they can charge up to 5-6 times, sometimes for gynecologists, the medical aid rate. So it's great to have gap cover with that. So you have gap cover just in case you land up in hospital and the bill comes and you have to pay in like 10,000 Rand. I'm on Coastal Saver. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I think it's a great plan. The only rational reason for me to have a Saver plan is just in case you need an MRI scan or a CT scan. Okay, that's the reason. So it's not so you can have some savings, because I mean, fundamentally, you could have a savings account with Alan Gray. I believe you should put money aside with Alan Gray. that you do yourself. You don't need an advisor, and you can pull your money out of there if you need it. I mean, it's convenient to have the Saver plan with Discovery, but the reason to have it is if you need an MRI scan or a CT scan, which are very expensive. I mean, I went for a CT angio 2 years ago in December, and that was an 18,500 Rand scan. So if you're on a pure hospital plan, like for example just a Coastal Core plan, then I would have to pay that entire bill myself, because it's an out-of-hospital treatment plan. You know, it's like I'm not going into hospital and then having it done. Being on the Saver means I had to pay a co-payment. I think it was 3,900 or something like that. Discovery covered the rest from the hospital benefit, and then I claimed back that co-payment from gap cover. So I nearly had an 18,500 Rand scan for free. So that makes sense, you know, because when you look at what happens, I mean, someone has a back injury, then normally will send you for a scan. You know, someone you think's got breast cancer, they'll send you for a scan. You know, it's always an MRI, CT scan or something. And then they diagnose you. And then, for example, if it's cancer, you'll be on the oncology benefit, and then it's covered through the oncology benefit future scans. But it's those initial things. So, yeah.
So on that note, with the oncology, so, I mean, I'm hearing, and I've got friends who are getting cancer. Mm-hmm. Like, how am I protected if I were on this Coastal Saver plan?
Yeah.
How am I protected?
May God protect you, my child. I'm just... So, from a medical perspective, so the Coastal Saver's got the oncology benefits, or the Coastal Core, Coastal Saver. I mean, whether it's classic Coastal Savers, Cores, most of them are on 250,000 Rand with an oncology benefit. Once you exceed that benefit, you have to pay a co-payment.
Which is quite easy to do, right?
Well, you know, we have a client, so, you know, we basically manage claims for people.
Yeah.
So we don't just give you a plan and then, you know, you have an issue and then you must deal with Discovery's call center. We actually take over and help you with everything, basically chronic medications, getting pre-authorization codes, I mean, fighting with certain people to try and get your money out, or all those kind of, we do a lot for our clients. So we guide them, take them by the hand through as best as we can to help them, you know, and we deal with a lot of cancer claims now. Certainly seen more in the last couple of years. You know, young people like 38 with stage 4 lymphoma, 40s, late 40s with colon cancer. But so Discovery have 250,000 Rand on those plans that you can use. And once that's depleted, you'll have to pay in 20% of anything extra. So they'll cover 80% of the excess. And then you'll have to cover the balance of the 20%. So for example, if you've depleted your 250,000 and there's another bill on oncology for 1,000, they'll pay 800 and you must pay the 200. Okay, but again, depending on what gap cover you're on, certain of the gap covers will cover that excess up to certain limits. So that's pretty good.
Okay, that is very good.
Yeah, I mean, it's important to be on gap cover.
Yeah.
Definitely. The other thing I want to say is, and this is what we've done, I mean, with Discovery, you can upgrade your plan at the end of the year to benefit from the more expensive plan and the benefits like the extra, that 500,000 that is provided.
So are you saying, say I were to have cancer, at the end of that year where I find out that I've got cancer, I can actually upgrade my account?
So what I'm saying is basically, say you're diagnosed with cancer in June of a year or March, whatever it is.
Yes.
Okay, so you've got the 250,000.
Yes.
Say you're going to need a lot more treatment. It's going to be an ongoing treatment plan. I would upgrade you at the end of that year for the beginning of the next year onto a comprehensive plan. So even if you were married with your kids, hypothetically, I would just remove you off the plan and move you to the higher plan and leave everyone else where they are. I mean, there's no reason for the whole family to be upgraded.
Yes, true.
And then once you've recovered and everything's in remission, you can always downgrade your plan back. So it's basically a system. You know, like a lot of life is a system. You just have to have someone helping you, guiding you through that system. So it's, I mean, I find it fascinating. You know, that we can actually learn so much from people and hear their stories and be able to take their stories or what you're learning from them and actually share it with other people, because that's the way we all learn and actually have a better chance of fighting off the system, you know.
Yes.
And I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I mean, it's just, I think people are waking up and have woken up, I would like to think. that there's a lot more to just taking a tablet or this tablet or that tablet or taking this injection, or that it's going to just be a miracle thing. I mean, there's combinations of things. And I mean, I love the business that I'm in. I mean, it's because we've got a team that works with me. It's given me the ability to travel as well, you know, which is quite a blessing, you know, and a privilege, and to share those experiences with other people. Wow,
So-
I've given you a whole story.
I love it. So my question is, now I'm obviously one person, but for all the other people that are watching this, who are in different age brackets, they have their own needs. Can you go through the plan comparison from Discovery and maybe suggest, you know, the right people, kind of like match them with the plans?
That's
Or
what
give them
we
some
do. I
sort
mean,
of
you know,
suggestions?
yeah, but it's really what we do. So we manage your existing plan. So if someone is going to go on a plan that's 30 years old, okay, so hey, if you go on a coastal core plan, you know, if you don't have a job that you can afford to pay that kind of premium, stay on your parents' plan. I mean, fundamentally, you know, young people today are struggling. I mean, life is way too expensive. You know, now you know, it doesn't matter if you get a job and your money's all gone, because, you know, your rental's expensive, medical aid's expensive, car payments expensive, you know, food's expensive. You want to go out and socialize because you want to, you know, fit that profile as well. Life's very expensive. And so I always say, you know what, if you can stay on your parents' plan, stay on your parents' plan. Sorry, parents, you know, stay on your parents' plan as long as you can.
Yes.
You know, but if you're going to come off your parents' plan, then go on a hospital plan, just a pure hospital plan, a coastal core plan, or Discovery's got a classic smart plan, which I think is pretty good. If I'm 30 years old or some in that age group and I'm going to go on a plan and I'm single, I'm going to go classic smart plan. Really. You know, GP visits are anything between 500 and 900 Rand a visit nowadays. You know, a GP that charges 500 Rand or 600 Rand is just as knowledgeable. They all passed their degrees to become GPs as the person that's charging you 900 Rand. You know, so if you've got a cold or a flu, just go and see one of them, you know, pay 80 Rand.
Well, it's good that they have you to count on. I mean, I have you on my WhatsApp, and I can
Yes.
call you at any time.
Yeah, I know. I mean, even when I'm sailing, I mean, you know, people, I'll get a WhatsApp saying, well, Lee, we've been skiing, for example, my wife fell on the slopes and she's broke her knee, so what can we do? You know, I'll say, hey, don't worry, we'll sort it out.
Yeah.
Just carry on skiing.
I mean, you're
Leave
saved.
her there.
You're saved on my phone in case of emergency,
Yeah,
which
well-
is wonderful.
Well, people know they can WhatsApp me and I'll get back to them wherever we are, so we can sort out as best as we can.
Yes.
And it's great. I mean, you know, people say, well, why do you do it? I actually enjoy helping people. I mean, I enjoy helping people. I think that's what we're here for, you know,
To serve each other.
to serve each other.
Absolutely.
You know, I would like to think when I take my car to be serviced that the actual person is doing the best that he can possibly and has the knowledge to be able to service my car, so I don't break down in the middle of the Kalahari Hemsburg Park
Yes.
on the Botswana side in the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
You know, you are more than a reference number on a call center with us. You know, I think that's more personal.
Okay, well,
Awesome.
thank
Anything else on
No,
this?
that's it. Thank you.
Okay, great. Goodbye,
Okay.
Kirsty.
Goodbye.
Awesome. We're going to see you.
Goodbye
We'll
to
see you
all the
soon.
viewers.
Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you.